please give a warm welcome to Danielle Radford. Yeah. Hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Good. I feel bad I left my purse on.
Oh. Well,
Trust any of you.
You're ready for a horror situation. Like, you have your stuff if we need to run.
So I'm saying, I got my go bag. There is a taser in here. Stun gun. Yeah, there was a stun gun in my purse. Brody Reed gave it to me.
In a demonstration?
Not for any of you.
Yeah.
Unless you cross me.
She'll
use it.
Let's begin in the most terrifying realm there is of Florida. Dave, you came up with a monster you think would be a great movie monster, the Florida skunk ape.
Yes, also known as the Swamp Cabbage Man. He goes by many names. He is the Sasquatch of Florida, which means he smells terrible. He's described as trash-smelling, 7-foot-tall ape creature, which ran on 2 legs, and he has been sighted since 1974 until 1997. He's known to show up in Florida, North Carolina, Arkansas, and he is basically a swamp version of Bigfoot.
Yeah, finally, the swamp gets something, you know? The forest has been winning this whole time. You'd sent some links about it, and there were, like, some recent sightings, too. Like, somebody got a video of it in 2013 where it looked like a kind of apey kind of creature pulling a tree apart with its bare hands.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a YouTube channel you can go to called Trail to Bigfoot. It's 2 guys, 2 middle-aged men, who on their off time, they just walk through the woods and try to find this creature. There's like 250 videos on this site, and I assume none of them actually sees the skunk ape, because I feel like we would have heard about that at some point. But I would definitely check it out. It's basically 2 middle-aged guys walking through the woods and just like filming like small imprints on the ground and being really fascinated
Seems like
with
if
it.
If they see him in one video, they should delete all their other videos.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the only one that needs to stay up.
Well, are any of you guys Bigfoot people? Does anybody believe in a Bigfoot or something like it as a creature, like some sort of hominid wandering the woods that's freaky?
Totally.
Really?
Oh yeah. Gotta be a Bigfoot. Right?
Yeah, why not?
Too many people believe in it. Yeah, I believe them. Yeah. 2 middle-aged dudes have dedicated their life to finding a swamp Bigfoot. There has to be some truth to it, right?
I kind of hope there's one at that point.
I'm sorry if
I feel like middle-aged dudes have like they've devoted themselves to Star Wars, but we don't say there has to be a Star Wars.
Yeah, and all of Star Wars is totally real, right?
Totally, right? Come on.
Sorry, it does start in a
This is a
galaxy
cracked
far away.
podcast. Be cool.
Started in Modesto, guys. Yeah.
I'm sorry if this is an obvious joke, but a tall, smelly person walking around Florida, what separates this from a Florida man?
Got a haircut? I don't know. That seems like,
I do want to mention in 1977 a state rep named Paul Knuckles. He it's a great name.
What was that last name?
Paul N-U-C-K-O-L-L-S.
I don't believe that. Knuckles.
He tried to pass a House
not
bill.
Paul Knuckles.
Not Mr. Knuckles. I don't.
Mr. Knuckles tried to pass a House bill to protect the Florida swamp ape. It did not pass.
Well, yeah, he needs something to fight friggin' Sonic or whatever with. So there's nothing else.
I mean, if we are adapting these into real horror films, this is such a movie name. Can't you imagine Patrick Wilson playing a man named Knuckles? So handsome. Such a weird name.
Mr. Knuckles.
My idea. Has anybody seen Harry and the Hendersons?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking that, but Cape Fear. Ooh. So they hit the Sasquatch, and he turns out to just be a weird creep. Like, he's just watching them while they sleep and, like, breaking all the light bulbs in the house and doing weird stuff. And, like, you know that scene where John Lithgow is like, get out of here, we don't want you. Like that, but in, like, the first act and genuine. Like, they're just like, get the fuck out of here.
And then instead of But then he turns evil and like haunts the family and tries to kill them.
Yeah, he like stalks them, but no one believes it because he's like a lovable goofball ape. And so, like, you know, the sheriff just loves him. They bring him to picnics and he does silly stuff. But then he watches them while they sleep, and like they can maybe not see them, but they can like smell them.
Right, because my big memory of Cape Fear is him under the car, like following that, and so like it'd be just this 7-foot tall, smelly hair carpet underneath their car, and they're like, I don't notice that, you know.
Yo, Swamp Thing's been through some hard times.
Swamp Thing classic.
While we're on creepy hominids, Brett, you had mentioned the Monkey Man of Delhi as something that jumped out to you as a kind of perfect thing to just adapt directly to a movie.
All right, guys. Timeline 2001.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Delhi, India, the world. Reports circulate in the city of a 4-foot tall monkey man going around and scratching people, biting people, etc. He has a helmet on. His eyes glow. He may or may not have some sort of circuitry coming from his body.
Can we stop at the helmet for a second?
Yeah, I mean, you can ask me. I'm not going to have an answer for you.
Okay, is it for protection?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Ask the Monkey Man. Between 2 and 3 people, reports differ, died escaping from the Monkey Man, either falling down a staircase or jumping off of a building and just dying because they thought they saw the Monkey Man. It gets worse. A sadhu, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, and I'm not going to be culturally appropriate here, but like a sadhu is like sort of an Indian guy with like a long beard, sort of like a religious sort of monk type. You would recognize like who they are if you Googled them or anything. One of those guys was beaten within an inch of his life because everyone thought he was the Monkey Man. A van driver, also matching the description of the Monkey Man, so a short guy with like a beard, beaten within an inch of his life because he looks like the Monkey Man. Now, the Monkey Man was never found. The police would just classify it, just cultural, just group insanity. All right? Mass hysteria, sorry. So the movie, we were the monkeys all along.
Now we're just the monkey's uncle.
Hold on.
Normally one drops the mic when they say something like that.
Yeah.
Now, there's actually was a movie made about the Monkey Man of Delhi. It's called Delhi 6. It's a Bollywood film. It is not an American feature. It appears to be a rom-com, judging by the 4-minute trailer on IMDb. And the only shots of the Monkey Man in this trailer are probably the end of the movie, where like the hot romantic lead guy takes off a mask, and they're like on the Empire State Building. You have to watch this trailer. And then like they kiss, the guy and the girl, and he was the monkey all along. But I think the American version could be scarier.
What's the name again? What's the name?
The movie is called Delhi 6.
Delhi 6.
Why aren't we watching that right now?
If you're listening at home, everyone is writing the title down very excitedly.
I'm checking that out.
Amazon?
Not
I love rom-coms.
I don't know.
Especially with monkeys.
I don't know. I just went to the IMDb page for it and was like, they were like, do you want to watch the trailer? And it was really long and showed a lot of stuff from the movie. It's like kind of the version you want to watch. Like, you don't want to watch a 3-hour-long Bollywood movie.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. But like it shows you, it's like the spoiler-filled, just like recap of the movie.
I can't believe that's what they ran with, because there's so much going on with this Monkey Man. Like, there's a tiny humanoid with a lot of gear, right? And then also a lot of murder, and then also a lot of mistaken identity, all in real life.
He also deserves love, Alex.
Got a point.
He didn't do anything wrong in your story, right? It's just people freaking out.
He didn't do anything. No, everyone
He just wants a friend.
Everyone was just beating up short dudes.
Yeah.
He said circuitry, though, right? He said he had
Well,
a lot
he
He
of...
had
bias
reports.
to
Yeah,
hair
he had
equally.
glowing eyes. They might have been glowing goggles. He might have just been a kid with like
a Darth Vader costume on.
With a beard.
With a beard, yeah.
I love the movie that exists. Also, you could do some kind of Reservoir Dogs kind of thing where it's all of Hollywood's best short actors, and they're all trying to figure out who in the room is the Monkey Man, and it's just a standoff the entire time.
Sean Astin. I'm just going to name people who played hobbits. That's probably not right.
Yeah, like Danny DeVito is like, which one do I shoot? You know, he's trying to figure it out. Let's go to something larger. Let's go to, I think this is the largest monster we talked about. Hallie, you had brought up the Typhon, which is straight out of Greek mythology. So going way back when.
Keeping it classic. The Typhon, I was like a little child who loved Greek mythology, and I somehow missed the Typhon, which was basically like the dad of all the monsters in Greek mythology. So he's like this monstrous snaky giant, and conflicting reports on his appearance, obviously, since he's not real. Either he has the head of a human and the body of a human, centaur style, and then his bottom half is just like a mass of giant snakes, or possibly for a head, he has like 100 snake heads. And I don't know which one is more terrifying.
Would he still have a bottom of snakes then? It would
What?
just be a head of snakes and a bottom of snakes?
Yeah, it's actually
that
just
just
a bundle of snakes. No. I think it's an either-or situation. So most of the depictions of him I saw online were human top half and then snake mass bottom.
Wasn't it like two giant snakes? Like just two big legs, but they're just huge snakes?
That is also
confused?
a possible interpretation. Is that the leading one? There was a lot of different configurations of man parts and snake parts. But basically, just picture like an enormous, bulky dude with some snake part of his body. You guys...
His torso is a snake.
Yeah. But yeah, he birthed like Cerberus, Hydra, the Chimera, the Gorgons, like all the monsters you know from Greek mythology. He tried to overthrow Zeus and like got, banished to that big pit where they put all the bad guys. Obviously, when we were just thinking about movies, my mind immediately jumped to The Rock. I think, probably all of us have been picturing it. He hasn't done a lot of like villain roles. I think this would be really, really a good chance for him to kind of, flex that muscle, no pun intended.
I like it.
Exactly. Maybe, and also, because Typhon is like the source of so many different monsters, I'm sort of picturing this as like, was it one of the maybe the original Jurassic Park movie where like they start just finding weird stuff and like little babies are getting like bitten by things and they find like a weird thing on a beach.
That was Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's Jurassic Park. But the way that they know that evil is coming is like some monsters start kind of appearing and skeptics are like, no, it's not happening. Like, you're making things up. But the believers know that this is because Typhon has returned from the pit of Tartarus. And he's having a lot of little baby monsters.
The gradual realization thing also makes me think of Jaws. Like you could have the mayor is like, no, we can have tourists come.
Exactly.
And then Chief Brody
denial
is like,
seems to be a big part of the first act of horror movies, and then the people who are in denial, obviously, are the first to get killed.
Yeah.
I feel like the actual horror is to have part of your body be snakes. Like, it should be from his point of view, just having to deal with that. Having to feed them and try to get around with snakes.
If you turned into part of your body being snakes, that would be scary. But if you were born that way and that's all you know, I feel like you'd be just like, yeah, that's my snake leg.
I like the Jaws angle too, because if you really go full Jaws, you don't show the full monster until the end of the movie. So just at various points, you see Dwayne Johnson's slithering head, like, hey.
Hello. I think the big full reveal of him would be like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Because the main thing about him is just his massiveness.
Yeah, I do. I also like that you picked Earth's largest human to play the largest monster.
Well, yeah, he's the closest we have to offer.
He wants to run for president, That's what he said. I think he should put the movie out
scarier.
Right before 2020. I think that would be great.
Oh, man.
Help with voting numbers.
Vote for me or also be a snake monster. I would
support a snake monster over the current regime. I'll say it.
Ooh,
be snake monsters. Sorry, go ahead.
No, what if you did this